This week, the sponsor I wish I had is this little blue jar of amazingness. It is called the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration, and it is a makeup melting cleaning balm. Now, if you don't know me, or if you do know me, you probably can guess I don't wear a lot of makeup. However, this is a product that I discovered through my wife several months ago, I'd say almost a year ago, as a way to wash your face at night. Now, guys, I've talked about this before, and gals, but guys have a terrible habit of not taking care of themselves as they get older. And I refuse to be nose hair guy, ear hair guy, guy who doesn't take care of himself in those kind of ways. So washing your face at the end of the night and when you wake up in the morning and putting lotion on your face in the morning and at night is a huge thing and a huge step you can take to extend the longevity of your George Clooney features. So my recommendation, as I say George Clooney to date myself, my recommendation has been to wash my face at the end of every night, and I use a lotion, Kiehl's. It's kind of a thicker lotion that goes on at night, and it's great. And I put some eye cream on by Tulla, which is also awesome. And I use this, which is the e.l.f. Skin cleaning. And what I like about this, the reason that I use it, is because you put it on your hands, you rub it in, you put it on your face, and then you can use a washcloth to wipe it off. And the reason that I really like that, and how my wife kind of stumbled upon this, was normally you put soap on your face and then you lean over the sink and you wash your face, you splash water on your face, whatever. When I do that, I look like a truffle pig trying to wash their face, and just water is splashing everywhere, and it's just a huge mess. So this has been like an absolute game changer for being able to do that. It takes a lot of it lowers the bar of entry to be able to want to do this at the end of the night when you're tired, even if you've had a couple of drinks or you've just been up, had a long day. So I highly recommend that, number one, that you wash your face at night before you go to bed and you put lotion on and then go to sleep, and eye cream. And then I highly recommend when you wake up, you do the exact same thing. You wash your face and you put lotion on with SPF during the daytime. And I would highly recommend you use this e.l.f. product to do it, because you put it on your face and you do not have to lean over the sink to wash your face and get water everywhere. You just use a washcloth. It comes right off. So this is an excellent product that I've been using for about a year. e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. That is this week's sponsor I wish I had. For this week's Just the Tip segment, it's a quick conversation about a particular food item. And this is my story as to why I buy pesto instead of making it. And I think like a year or two ago, there was like a short clip on Instagram or TikTok or something of some younger woman saying something to the effect of like, oh, I made this pesto. It tastes really good. I don't understand why anybody would buy pesto instead of making it. And I think she got smoked online for it and everybody just roasted her or whatever. But I understand the sentiment. So when you're talking about food that you like to cook at home, whether it's whatever it is, but you talk about things that take time to make, tomato sauce, pesto, breads, any of those kind of things. If you like doing it, have at it, go for it, enjoy it, love it, do it all the way. For me, for whatever reason, pesto is something that drives me nuts to make, which is weird because I love making chimichurri, which is pretty close as far as the type of work that you're doing to get the end result. And the reason I don't like making pesto, and I used to make it all the time in restaurants when I cooked in restaurants, the reason I don't like it is I think it is a very high upfront cost to buy all of the ingredients, and it's a good return, but to me it's just the juice isn't worth the squeeze. When you think about you're making pesto, you have to buy olive oil, so you want to get good extra virgin olive oil. Then you want to buy fresh basil, and that is seasonal for a lot of places in the country and hard to find sometimes and hard to get good quality. And then you need to buy pine nuts, which are not cheap either. and then Parmesan cheese, which is also not cheap. Now there's variations on pesto. You can do it with arugula, or you can use walnuts instead or whatever. I understand that, but all of those things cost more money than, say, if you were to make a tomato sauce, which is buy a can of canned tomatoes, buy an onion and a garlic and some garlic, and you're basically in business. So I don't like to do that, because you buy a lot of those ingredients, and some of them, like pine nuts or basil, you're not going to use them for a lot of things, or they have to be used very quickly before they go bad. So that's the number one. Number two, I just don't like the process of making just that thing. I don't know why. And number three is, I think that now there's a lot of really good pestos that you can get at a grocery store. I get some at Sprouts or Albertsons or Kroger or whatever, and they're fine. I mean, they get you 75% of the way there, which for me, I don't like. It's not worth it to go the extra 25% to buy all the stuff, to make the thing, to do the whole mess. So my Just the Tip segment is, if there's a couple of things that you don't like to make, do not feel any guilt whatsoever or any pressure whatsoever that you should be making all this stuff from scratch. Because when I first started cooking and first got into restaurants, I had this kind of inkling to like everything at home. I'm going to make all fresh salsa, and I'm going to make fresh pesto, and every single thing I'm doing at home is going to be from scratch. You get 2 weeks in, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to pick up Whataburger on the way home because I'm tired and I'm hungry. And that's basically it. So give yourself some grace, give yourself some leeway, but look for those pockets where spend the time on the things that you truly enjoy doing, and just outsource the stuff that you don't, because the exchange on the cost and the value is not going to be there for you if you don't enjoy making it. So that is this week's Rambling Bambling Just the Tip. All right. So for this week's Whisper In, it is an Instagram account and podcast that I've been following for a few months, and it is called the Milkless Podcast. The two guys are Max and Matt, and their tagline is real parenting strategies, real talk, real funny. And they're two guys. They do a podcast every couple of weeks. It's really funny, and they talk and have very insightful thoughts about raising kids in different age settings and some of the struggles that we all deal with. And I think they're very thoughtful in recognizing where the pitfalls are as parents, where it's easy to get frustrated, or it's easy to not do the right thing as a parent or the better thing as a parent. I think they do a great job. Like I said, they're really funny, and they deal with a lot of real situations that we can all relate to.